Remember last year when Arber, Xhekaj, and Kaiden Ghule made the Habs roster right out of camp? Yeah, that was some pretty good stuff, because before it began, I mean, everybody was assuming Justin Barron was going to make the cut. He was going to be on the final roster. But the reality is he got outplayed, and he wouldn't crack the lineup until later in the season, when everybody was dealing with the Black Plague. Xhekaj and Ghule, they forced the Habs coaching staff and management to make some really tough decisions, because all of a sudden they were playing too good to be sent down to Laval. It was a pleasant surprise for everybody, and also they became fan favorites on top of that. And you know what? Believe it or not, this wasn't the only tough decision that was made last year. I mean, up front they had Owen Bick, who looked really good at camp. Emil Heineman looked pretty solid until he went down due to an injury. Then they had 18-year-old Yuri Slafkovsky show up and make the team, you know, which is still sort of a controversial one amongst fans. But it's stories like these that are going to motivate young players during this camp, okay? Because it proves that hard work gets rewarded in Montreal. Ask old Arby over here, he'll tell you all about it. So my question for you guys today, is there a dark horse in the Habs system right now that you think could possibly crack the Habs lineup right out of camp? What I'm going to do is I'm going to name a few players that I think, you know, could be capable of pulling this off. And you let me know down in the comment section if you're 100% sold on one of these guys, or if there's somebody that I missed that you're just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs about. Coming in at number 1, we got Mr. Owen Bick. And let me tell you something about Owen Bick, okay? The Habs coaching staff and management, they love this guy. They love him like a leprechaun loves gold. It felt like they had a really difficult time sending him down last year. Even this year already, everyone has good things to say about him. I'm pretty sure it was Rob Ramage from a couple of days ago that said Bick is just a coach's dream. And the reason why is because he's got a high IQ and he can play responsibly in any situation. If you need a face-off one in your own zone, put Bick on the ice. You need a goal. Again, put Bick on the ice. Even if you need to go knee on knee with someone, you guessed it, man, put Bick on the ice. He's good at that kind of stuff too. Bick would put up a total of 66 points last season in 60 games for the Petes and the Steelheads. My gut tells me he's going to be going back to the OHL for just one more season, but I definitely wouldn't rule him out because he's going to be doing everything he can to leave a mark on the team. Coming in at number 2, we got Emil Heineman. The Heinmeister. The Habs got this guy from the Ravioli trade. Hashtag never forget. And again, I felt like he was one of the best forwards on the ice during last year's camp, okay? Heineman played last season in Sweden, where he managed to put up 15 points in 35 games, and after his year was done, he joined with the Laval Rocket, and he scored 7 goals, and they were beauties. He also got 2 assists, giving him 9 points in 11 games, and you know what? I feel like this is a Habs prospect right now that just doesn't get talked about enough, you know what I mean? The guy's just 21 years old, and I know a lot of you might not agree, but I feel like this is a guy that could potentially make the team right out of camp. I feel like he's above quite a few prospects. Lucky number 3, next up on the list, we got Wawa. Yes, Joshua Wawa is the 5th round pick back in 2021. 99 points last season in only 55 games. He had 119 points the year before that. Jeez, talk about just setting the queue on fire, this guy. And look at his playoff numbers. Oh my god, the guy is definitely a danger in the ozone. Connor Bedard was impressed with him at the World Juniors, and this upcoming training camp and preseason is going to be his time to shine, let's face it. I'm really hoping he has a better impression than what he did last season. Now, I personally feel like he's going to be playing in Laval next season, but I know a lot of my viewers feel like he can make the team, and you never know with these things. Maybe this year at camp he's as explosive as diarrhea on the ice, and he leaves him no choice. Moving on to number 4 now, and it's Logan Mailloux. Holy moly, if this guy gets his permission slip from Bittman, shows up at camp and starts tossing people around, scoring goals and making plays, fans are gonna be crawling all over this guy like he's a biscuit. Mailloux put up 53 points in 59 games last season with the Knights. He also had 24 points in 21 games in the playoffs, and there's quite a few people right now that feel like out of all the Habs defense prospects, Mailloux is next in line. Again, I personally don't feel like he's going to make the team just because of the surplus of defensemen that the Habs have right now. But I mean, if he comes into camp and just outplays Justin Barron, blows his socks off, then the Habs will once again have some tough decisions to make. So these are my guys. These are the 4 that I would really keep an eye on. I mean, chances are none of these guys will make the team, but at the same time, I personally would not bet against any of them. They're beauties, so let me know in the land down under who you think has the best shot at making the team. Don't forget to karate chop the like button on the way out of here, and hey, I'll see you next time.